You've been told that certain things are impossible, that barriers are solid, that if a door is closed, it stays closed, that if a path is blocked, you must turn back. But the universe doesn't work that way. In fact, one of the most mysterious principles in quantum physics is that barriers don't exist the way we think they do. Particles can appear on the other side of a wall without ever passing through it. This phenomenon is called quantum tunneling, and once you understand it, you'll see why the limits you believe in are nothing more than illusions of your old identity. Let's start with the physics. In the classical world, if something doesn't have enough energy to climb over a barrier, it stays behind it. A ball won't roll over a hill unless you give it enough push. A car won't go through a wall unless you hit it with force. But in the quantum world, particles don't obey this rule. They exist as waves, clouds of probability. And when those waves reach a barrier, something extraordinary happens. Part of the wave penetrates the wall, and part of it shows up on the other side. In quantum physics, this isn't rare. It's normal. It's the reason the sun shines. It's the reason your DNA forms chemical bonds. It's the reason modern electronics, LEDs, semiconductors, scanning tunneling microscopes, even exist. Physicist George Gamow used tunneling to explain nuclear fusion in stars. Electrons use tunneling to jump between energy states. Even biological systems, like enzyme reactions, rely on tunneling to speed up life itself. So what does this mean for you? It means every barrier you think is solid is not as solid as it appears. It means the things you think are impossible may already have a version of you waiting on the other side. It means that breakthroughs don't always happen by force. Sometimes they happen by alignment. Let's bring this deeper. Your identity is a probability wave. Your future is a field of potentials. When you approach a barrier, a fear, a limitation, a pattern, a belief, your mind thinks it needs force to break it. But in the quantum field, force is not required. Shift your frequency, and your wave begins to tunnel. This is why change often happens suddenly, instantly, without explanation. One day you're stuck, the next day something shifts. A timeline opens, a person appears, an opportunity arrives. You step into a version of yourself that your old identity never believed was possible. You tunneled. If you love exploring how quantum principles rewrite your identity and your reality, make sure you're subscribed. Each week we take you deeper into the science of consciousness and creation. Let's explore why tunneling is possible. In quantum mechanics, every particle has a wave function that extends beyond what classical physics would allow. Even if the particle doesn't have enough energy to cross the barrier, the wave spreads into the forbidden region. If that wave is strong enough on the other side, the particle appears there. No force, no violence, just resonance. Your life mirrors this perfectly. When you shift emotionally, when you calm your nervous system, when you align your intention, when you elevate your state, your identity wave function changes shape. Suddenly, opportunities you weren't qualified for show up. People respond to you differently. You stop fighting barriers and start bypassing them. This is not luck. It is physics meeting consciousness. Quantum tunneling teaches you something profound. Breakthroughs aren't achieved by pushing harder, but by becoming someone new. Let's go even deeper. In psychology, this is known as a state change. Your subconscious barriers dissolve when your emotional energy shifts. The old identity no longer holds you in place. A new story becomes available. In neuroscience, this resembles pattern interruption. When your brain stops firing the same old circuits, it can leap into a new configuration. In complex systems theory, this is a phase transition. The system reorganizes into a new state when critical energy or instability builds. In manifestation, this is the moment your desire matches your frequency. This is tunneling. If you want to explore the science behind breakthroughs, I added an Amazon reading list below. Books by Kunal Das, David Bohm, Carlo Rovelli, and others who explain identity shifts, probability waves, and quantum transitions. Let's close with this. The walls you fear are not real. The limits you believe in are not fixed. The obstacles in front of you are not solid. They are probability barriers. And probability barriers bend to frequency. You don't overcome your limits by force. You overcome them by frequency. You shift your emotional state. You align your intention. You elevate your identity. And the quantum field does the rest. Every version of you already exists. The version that is confident. The version that is abundant. The version that is loved. The version that is powerful. Quantum tunneling is how you reach them. Don't push the wall, move through it. Watch next, the multiverse, infinite versions of you.